Let's make a fun fold card using the Delightful Wishes bundle. This is the template for cutting the card base. The card base measures 11 inches by 4 1/4 inches. Use a paper trimmer to cut 1 inch from the left edge on the long side, starting at the 4 1/2 inch mark and cutting down to the 10 inch mark. Rotate the card base 90 degrees and score at 4 1/2 inch mark, only 1 inch long from both ends, 5 to 1/2 inch mark, only between the cut lines. Score at the 9 inch mark, only 1 inch long from both ends. Score at the 10 inch mark, only 1 inch long from both ends. Here is a Daffodil Delight cardstock piece, already cut and scored. Folding and stamping, fold along the score lines to create the step shape. Use a bone folder to reinforce the folds. Stamp Wishing with Old Olive ink on basic white cardstock and die cut it. Use masking tape to hold the die in place. Use the Take Your Pick tool to carefully push out the die cut from the die. Dab the cardstock with an embossing buddy to prevent static and smudging. Stamp You a Happy Birthday with VersaMark ink on Old Olive cardstock. Cover with white embossing powder, heat set, and die cut it. Die cut the flowers and leaves using Daffodil Delight and Lemon Lolly for the flowers, Old Olive and Mossy Meadow for the leaves, Pecan Pie for the flower centers. Use the Take Your Pick tool to carefully push out the die cut from the die. Assemble the flowers and leaves. Use a silicone craft sheet to easily assemble flowers and leaves. Apply adhesive to the sheet, let the glue dry, and the flowers will pop off easily. For smaller leaves, use an Old Olive Blends marker for shading. Use an early Espresso marker to add color to the flower centers. Create a stencil using a window sheet and a die. Use a blending brush to apply Pool Party ink over the stencil for a soft background on basic white cardstock. Arrange and adhere the flowers and leaves. Use dimensionals to pop up the flowers for added depth. Trim Wishing and adhere with dimensionals. Attach the focal point to the card base. Adhere pattern paper on the side panels. Adhere pattern paper on the bottom panel and attach You a Happy Birthday with dimensionals. Tie a bow and adhere it near the flowers using a mini glue dot. Add a bumblebee trinket with a mini glue dot. Stamp yellow flowers with Daffodil Delight ink. Use an early espresso marker to add color to the flower centers. And leaves with Old Olive ink. Adhere this panel to the back of the folded card for writing a message. Now you have a beautiful step card. All the materials I used are available in my online store. The link is in my profile. Thank you so much for watching.